Hi friends, we're going to continue our exponential growth and decay today, but today we're going to be talking about compound interest. Compound interest formula. A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the N times T. So A is the total amount paid. P is the principal amount. That means the starting value. R is the interest rate. Remember, we have to take the percent and divide it by 100 in order to find our R. N is the number of times that the interest is compounded. You'll understand what N is from looking at this table. And then T is just the time. So if they say the interest is compounded annually, that means once per year, and N would equal 1. If it says quarterly, that means 4 times per year, N would equal 4. Monthly means 12 times per year, N would equal 12. And daily usually means 365 times per year. It would be 366 during a leap year, but we can assume it's not a leap year unless they tell us it is. And you have this information on your note sheet as well. All right, let's look. Kimberly's family invested in a certificate of deposit for her when she was born. The interest is compounded quarterly. So let's do everything. We're going to fill in to this equation. So P is the starting value. Here, according to this picture, P is 3,000. The interest rate is 8%. So I'm going to do 8 divided by 100, which is 0.08. N, it says it's compounded quarterly, so N equals 4. And they say, what is the value at the end of 5 years? So T equals 5. So the first thing we're going to do is plug everything into this formula. Big A, that's what we're looking for, equals 3,000 times 1 plus our rate divided by 4, because that's how often it's compounded, to the power of N times T. So here N is 4 and T is 5. So N times T would be 20. 4 times 5 would be 20. So to the power of 20. If you put all of that in your calculator, remember that this fraction means divide. So you would do 3,000 parenthesis 1 plus 0.08 divided by 4 parenthesis to the power of 20. After 5 years, it would be worth $4,457.84. So that's not bad. Started with $3,000, and after 5 years, it's already up to $4,557.84. Brenda invests $4,848 in a savings account with a fixed annual interest rate of 5%, compounded 2 times per year. What will the balance be after 6 years? So the principal is what it's the starting value, 4,848. The rate is 5%. So I'm going to do 5 divided by 100, which is 0.05. N, it says it's compounded twice per year, so N is 2, and they want to know the balance after 6 years, so T is 6, and we need to know N times T for our formula. 2 times 6 is 12. So plugging everything in, the final amount is the principal, which is 4,848, times 1 plus our rate, 0.05 divided by our N, which is 2, to the power of n times t, so to the power of 12. And after 6 years, her savings account would have $6,520.02. So for doing nothing, she made, what is that, like $1,700-ish dollars? Not bad. Larry invested $27,000 into a savings account that pays an annual interest rate of 1.8%. The savings account is set to compound quarterly, which is 4 times per year. How much is in Larry's account after 5 years? So the initial value is $27,000. The rate, 1.8 divided by 100, gives us 0.018. It's compounded quarterly, so n is 4. And they want to know the total after 5 years, so t is 5. So plugging all this in, the final value is the starting value times 1 plus our rate divided by how often it's compounded. I should say here as well, n times t, 4 times 5 is 20, so to the power of 20. If I put all of that in my calculator, Larry's account after 5 years would have $29,536.74. One more here. Becky invested $19,800 into a CD that pays an annual rate of 5.3%. The CD is set to compound daily. How much is in her account after 9 years? So P is 19,800. R, 5.3 divided by 100 gives us 0.053. N is 365. And T is 9. N times T here, 365 times 9 is 3,285. So putting all that in, A equals 19,800 times 1 plus 0.053 over 365 to the power of 3,285. And after 9 years, Becky would have about $31,901.32. Not bad. Again, they didn't do anything. Becky didn't do anything. She just invested in this CD. It's not an actual CD that you play. It's called a certificate of deposit. And after 9 years, she has $31,901. So she made, a decent amount of money, like $12,000 for doing nothing. All right, friends, that's all I have for you today. Have a good day.